name to the list of teams they have defeated over the years. BLG, well, PSG were very close to flash in onto On here. Doesn't have the exhaust and a flash of his own. Zenith plays onto Junja to try and get himself away. Exhaust on the Sejuani, not the target you want. Jun trying to join the fray. Elk having to cleanse flash away as Jun went in with the Zenith blade himself. Doesn't have the exhaust up. Now he's taking the Magna Storm coming out as well. And what is On doing? Looking for the engage, thinking Shun would back him up, but he was left to his own devices. Looking to make a temper, still take one. Junja falls. Woody trying to get the CC onto Shun to keep Betty alive. Shun holds it and dies in the end, trying to flash away. Betty here to join the battle. Maple gets the first move, can look for a flank here with the Fate Seal, dashes forward, unbinds his soul, On down to half HP. The Solar Flare goes in with a bullet time, and that's two locked up, and Woody's the first to fall. Maple was distracted by Knight. Betty dashing back in between worlds. Knight can look for more. Maple dives in with a Fate Seal, but BLG will happily take the triple for Elk. Well, they're not going to do anything to help out Azure here. He's dead. Knight takes it. On right now, Jun going in with the Cyclone onto the backline, finds Maple but doesn't find Betty. Azure and PSG will disengage the fight. Jun has to flash the wall, but he's locked up with his Fate Sealed. Bin uses the Hex there to see the information. Woody diving in, and he stops Elp from putting under bullet time. The slicing Maelstrom on the backline as well. Knight's in the pit, but Maple puts him in the dirt. Bin now going in for a little bit more, but kind of like the counter strike onto Maple. Another is down. On has fallen. PSG are somehow beating BLG.
They're running circles around them.
A hurricane ripped through PSG. They'll find one already. Jun stunned up. Azure flashing away from the Solar Flare. All the while, Betty and Maple were pushing in the bot side. They take a tier 2. Maple looks for a little bit more. Cyclone again from Jun. True Shot Rush coming out from Betty as well. Between worlds, Jun just locked up in it. He'll flash across. On falling low, 200 HP on him now as Betty looks to open up. Fate Sealed, the slicing Maelstrom coming in too. Jun's down, Bin's down, On's down! And BLG are off.
Yeah,
behind. Woody's going to be engaged on here, but On is now in the meat grinder. Maple goes in with the Fate Sealed, and Azure is just waiting for his opportunity to open up. Bin's taken one. The slicing Maelstrom will find another though. Betty being chased out by Jun. He'll flash away. Jun dies to Betty, and Betty survives. Bin diving in onto Maple, who can unbind his soul and then dash back. Junja trying to keep the dragon aggro for now. Maple put into the dirt by Bin. PSG still have 2 alive. Elk's going to try and keep the dragon aggro, but Betty can do a lot of work from a lot of range right now. Elk still full HP. Bullet time, no flash, no... Well, it has the flash, but no cleanse. Bin TP's in. Junja's looking for it. And Elk finds one. The shutdown. He'll find another great cleanse from Elk. Junja able to survive. But Bin will take the Drake. The soul, not quite. But PSG. The world's between as Woody trying to escape, but he's just burst out by Elk. Those 4 items coming to the fore for BLG. A Cyclone onto Junja, who has to flash as well. The bullet time comes out, the slicing Maelstrom, as Bin is trying to dive across them. Betty and Maple, the only 2 left alive for PSG. Maple will flash for the bullet. Down to half HP, the Mystic shots from Betty, and On is off. Betty now locked in the pit with Knight, but do you really want to be locked in there with him? The TP in from Azure as well, looking for that slicing Maelstrom. Remember, there's no exhaust as well. They see him, the counter-strike goes in, the bullet time as well. Azure's ripped to pieces. Fate Sealed from Maple isn't enough. Bin diving onto Woody, and that's 2. Betty forced away, has to dash away from Jun, and Bin is just doing so much work on the back line. It's a double for Elk. Sublime from BLG.
At the end of the day, it's Bin Jax in back-to-back dragon fight.
It's Betty's time to shine. He opens up on Elk, who tanks the tower. Bin going in with a counter-strike as well. They'll just take one Nexus Tower for now, but Betty gets the slow. Knight goes in, and Betty dashes away. He can't survive the weirding. Puts him 6 feet under, and now BLG will open up on the second Nexus Tower. Woody going back in, looking for Bin again, but Bin somehow still survives. PSG wiped away under their Nexus Towers. Azure spawns just in time to watch the Nexus fall. You'll be hoping that you can put up a good show and at least take us to game 3.
Yeah.
See, Junja actually getting caught here as Jun going in for the engage. On with a great hook, and Junja falls for first blood.
And to your point, Medic, this is what Prime BLG looks like, this movement from On.
That this dragon is going extinct alongside his buddies. Knight will secure the kill, his 2nd of the game. I will say, if I'm trying to funnel my gold on this PSG comp, I don't think Azure is the one that I really want to funnel it on.
You got to point it somewhere else. Yeah.
Try and get some on Maple, who's about 700 gold behind in the mid lane and maybe more, as there's the flash engage from Shun.
Also, if you can't get a murder book, you need a murder crown.
Oh, so we see Shun getting caught up here. PSG trying to fight it. Bin going in with the counter-strike. Woody misses, but gets the charm, doesn't get the knock-up, and now he needs to get the hell out of there. Depth charge onto Junja. It's another for Knight. He's stacking the hubris. Put them back under the ground. Knight finds another double, and there's 19 stacks on his hubris already. Elks, though, still looking for the plate. There's one minion still alive. On will now tank up the tower, and Woody, as PSG managed to find a kill. Bin still pushing in the bot side. Jun being chased out by Aja, but doesn't quite land the stun into the wall. Jun just still looking for Elk, who has the cleanse, but goes for Knight instead. Pulls him back. Where's the damage? It's Aja right now. The keeper's verdict is that Knight is guilty. His hubris has been his downfall, as Junja puts him 6 feet under. The accelerated shock blast doing a lot of work on, looking for that turret. TP coming in from PSG as they look to collapse. On not tanking the tower yet, has that concussive blow. Steadfast presence coming out. There's the quickness. It's only onto the tank so far, but onto the first target. Glacial Prison coming down as well with Slow Maple for a second, but Junja's here to join the Barney, to join the fight. PSG find another. Bin is pinged, but Woody goes down first. Shun and Bin, the next 2 targets. It's support for support so far. Azure still looking for a little bit more. Knight trying to put the damage down from long range. That's what we talked about with this composition, their ability to poke, but in this fight, they haven't really had the opportunity. Last Whisper in his inventory. Maple still sacking up a little bit slow as the hook goes down onto Junja. There's the double impale into the grand entrance, but the charm coming back with the quickness into the blade caller. Look at the CC. Look at the suppression on BLG. And look at the flash forward from Betty. He tries to get onto Elk. He can't quite get the damage down. Elk somehow survives through the burn, through everything. Elk is still standing.
Oh, Betty wanted it so bad. He saw it in his eyes, so close.
Elk not here. Knight the first target. Azure. Bomb comes down. The Featherstorm used as well. But Bin finds the 4-man stun on the back line. Elk cleanses away the Blade Caller route. And once again, it's Giga Bin absolutely styling on fools. On looking for the hook here onto Azure. Goes in with the depth charge as well. He's impaled. The quickness on the back line, but already BLG have taken 1 kill. It's 1 for 1 so far. On and Azure falling. Betty having to pop the Featherstorm. Bin is Bin, baby. Already we see Elk killing off Betty. Eel goes back in with the counter-strike. Who needs a way out? This is Bin we're talking about, and then he dashes away with a leap strike. Put him in the trash, Bin. Does exactly what you need him to do in that situation. It was a very close game in the early game until FlyQuest really began to take it away. They're still looking for more here, though, as Junja goes in with the impale. The quickness coming out as well is stopped by the depth charge, but Knight is locked against the wall, and Bin, even he can't rectify this situation, can't bail them out. The Blade Caller back onto On, who has to flash away himself. Elk now joining the battle, a double counter-strike as the engage goes on to Azure, but BLG have only found 1 so far. Betty's on that front line, no Featherstorm for him, and Bin finds it again. I doubted him for a second, but he makes you believe that Jax is the most OP pick in the game. It's Bin again to clean it up for BLG.
Bin decimates PSG Talon, and with that, they will be bearing out of the World's Championship. But for BLG, it's only 1 more step on what is a long road ahead of them.
BLG are looking to get to 2-2, to challenge for the quarterfinals, to continue to level up as they defeat PSG and go to the next round.